Hey everybody, uh, I'm back. Uh, Part of my voice, I'm just recovering from like a bit of a cold. It wasn't too terrible, but I did have to spend most of the day kind of resting. But I feel well enough to at least play a little bit of Ace Attorney. I might, play a little bit of Overwatch because it has been a minute since I played. But anyway, uh, we're gonna be doing the episode 3, the kidnap turnabout. Um, I'll still be doing some reading, but it's not gonna be completely like at my peak. But I'm gonna try my best. I got me some orange juice and some tea. I forgot to get me some freaking cough drops while I was at the store. Like, but whatever. But anyway, let's continue on. The kidnap turnabout. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every move. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return I'll be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I will be the one who would have to make the ransom drop off. Let's see. I checked the money and all that is all there, safe inside the suitcase. All I have to do is wait further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all. Welcome to Gatewater Land. Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration voice. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person tends to see if I'm being followed. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. It's cool that he actually had the suitcase that was given to him. Nice, these stories are connected. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. Suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go. Now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Ah! It was a trap. That guy, trade. No, can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? And what are they talking about? Split police. Alright. In front of meet up. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like this, like it is now when I made the drop off. Why would you knock somebody out with a sword meant for stabbing and slashing? If you're going to knock somebody out, you use a blunt object if you wasn't intending to kill somebody. Like a bladed weapon is the same as a gun. You don't use it unless you intend to actually kill somebody. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zabatsu, the Amano group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. Can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Haha, was that you making that funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? What in the Naruto Uzumaki? Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? A kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger. Must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, where no other bird dares to take flight. One alone soars to shrine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatakarasu. Great thief. And did she really just claim to be the Yatakarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's settled. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, you would be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know? These ropes go through here, and there you go. What a relief. I owe you my thanks. It's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I'm the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrest you then, right? What? Of course I mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yep. Most righteous of the righteous. The legendary great thief. Probably the daughter of the real great thief. I inherited the title only recently, but I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? That wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. I have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing? And what would that be? Well, that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here. But at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So, you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Aha, now I remember. How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here. Oh yeah, that'll work. You think kidnappers just leave doors unlocked? It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way, I don't hear you, la la la. Hey, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Whoops, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. To use these boxes to make a staircase. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Is it at my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. But we do have a way, right here. Ah, there was a cell phone here this whole time? I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Ezra, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I had lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sort of... what's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Chi Long Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime is a crime whether it's on a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lang Z says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You cause quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually. You... What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No. My phone ran out of power. No way. Doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live it up. I have the name to live up to, after all. If we put our heads together, we'll sure find a way out. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's his whole family too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why didn't I start with a picture of that? You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? Wow. But somehow, I don't think that one counts, Mr. Ezra. You have to take pictures of the costume ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Maybe you can use this paint to help us escape. And what exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in really giant letters. Who pray tell will see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay then how about we light the paint on fire and send out color smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, that may not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find some other than this paint to use, shall we? Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole badger clan with this. Proto Badger, the very first badger. Bad Badger, a vile criminal with a gun. Yeah, the mascots with guns at an amusement park for kids. Weird. Blue Badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. The pink badger. Note her unique pink bow. Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll never need to know about the clan. Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes. It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. Aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater Group owes the police from all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park. It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I suppose this is the pink brush, but since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female? You think so? I mean, just look how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink. Yes, and her lips are red. See? Lipstick. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? Look, it's the blue badger. I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. My nemesis. What in the... Why is she beating it up? He's got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around in this park. I better be careful or he's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone. I somehow doubt that the blue badger has the power to arrest anyone. But this is the blue badger's rival, the bad badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence towards this badger, Kay? Ah, I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. This is the blue badger I met at the main gate. Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved. Are we comparing the blue badger to humans now? What we have here? Ah. Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. The something is what is relevant to my interest. What is this? Looks like the bad badger and looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess the bad badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? And why did they have to put the window so high up anyway? How is that thief supposed to make her dare and escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Haha, That's pretty clever. You make a good thief, Mr. Ezra. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. You could give her a boost. And why did they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway? Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. Just, you know, boost her up, man. Come on. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Where's the key that I had? Oh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from there. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Is that what I think it is? It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome. They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. Seeing a hook on the hole to prop up the door panel in place. Which reminds me, did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over and out the window if we climb this. Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, okay? And good luck. Count on it. Great thief Yatakarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes the skies. As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. down. Hold on a second. This hook on this beam. You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from the hook to this window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible. I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it. You didn't notice its existence all this time because it was just being hidden by this tarp. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure. Wow, must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. And what are we waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. Alright then. This thing is locked down tight. Ah, fiddlesticks. I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom will be much more satisfying right about now. Alright, I got the secret door open. And now? Ah, wait. Are you alright, Kay? I'm fine. The ladder just slipped. The ladder just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about to have a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened. You only have yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know there was a ladder, that the ladder is removable? Okay, I just want to confirm with you that there wasn't an exit down there. Yeah, it was really cramped and there was a lot of really large machinery. I see. Are you hurt at all? I'm perfectly fine. I was just a little surprised when the ladder suddenly slipped out from under me. I wonder if this ladder can be put to some use. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Oh, so how are we gonna bust out? It seems like your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder. What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach to the top of those lockers. Well, then what are we waiting for? Alright, now we can get out of here. Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage, and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Wild Wild West area. Wiki wiki wow. Wiki wiki wild wild west. Looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, count off. The MIB. First Wild Wild West, now MIB. Is this like a joke on Will Smith? Is someone gonna get slapped? Some entanglement? How about like Hancock? Is it, like, what else? What else can we make fun of? Pursuit of Happiness? Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Really couldn't spring for one more to make it an even 100? Yeah, what the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shifu. You are Agent Lang, I take it. You infidel, how dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Lang Z says, the cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. Don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Shina? This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. That's a very customary Japanese thing to do, mind you. Only learned that earlier this year. People, like, you know, in Japan, it's like customary with something like untowardly, at least something like a mistake happened on one's part. They bow and apologetically and hand each other, like, if they have any, business cards to each other. As like a complimentary thing. So that's how, like, I picked up on that very easily. You know what this guy and this woman reminds me of? If you remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, where it's like those Heartland security duelists, I forgot their names. One used like the lady who used the butter spy deck, and the other the guy. If you remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, you know who I'm talking about. These two remind me of that. You all see that just now? That is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. You got it? Ah, that's right. Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhengfei. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved the murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Huh. But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Clearly he reads the script. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. That's presumptuous of you. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Ekabe Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You are out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. Now, no hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? Yeah. How dare you mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, men, good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismiss. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Mr. Edgeworth, it's been a while since I last met someone who so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue like that? I suppose I have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Great job, Detective. Sir, for losing sight of me and the kidnapper, and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir, I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm going to show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would have known the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. And why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, but the question is, what is he after? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What? So, she's gonna be like the, what's that little medium that, the little girl that pals around with Phoenix Wright? I guess she would be, in this particular story at least, gonna fit that particular role for him. Because we haven't even gotten into a actual courtroom with Miles Edgeworth. So I wonder if Miles doesn't need to be in the courtroom like Phoenix does. Because when he finds like the culprit, you know, it's already a guilty party, so there's no point of going to a whole courtroom drama about it. But that's half the fun of playing these Ace Attorney games. So in the first 2 episodes, we haven't gotten into like an actual courtroom. So it's like hopefully, because I don't know how many episodes is this collection has, but I actually want to be back in a courtroom on Miles' side. Funny, I don't recall making. Hey, yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me, it's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, so I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet. No way. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective on. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of the law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright, it's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. So what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go. But you're a self-supported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief. I'm the Yatakarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatakarasu is after one and only one thing. What is this one and only one thing you're after? The Yatakarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatakarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatakarasu would like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once the target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatakarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatakarasu? That can't be, can it? Lance, where are you, son? Mr. Amano? Why he has like just stacks of money just in his belt? Like, please steal from me. Oh, Miles, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned. For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remains unknown, Mr. Amano. Hold on there. Then what happened to all that money? I believe the $1 million have been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you can give him to cheer him up, Mr. Ezra? Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy. I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Romano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation, but not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well then. Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age. Kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off him. Is there anything else about him you notice of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Mr. Armando, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? Possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Even if the Interpol agents hold the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edwards, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Armando, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I never have seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. Alright, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. So, what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there. Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way. I'm not working for a wolf boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go. No! Boy, have I got this one. Well, that was exciting. Okay, what? Can't you tell I'm all ready to go down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on. I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. Might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. Hey, is that the Blue Badger? Badger, get! I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again. Aha! You uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was to remain under the head, sir. Aren't you Officer Meekins? Oh yeah, I remember this guy from the Ace Attorney thing, yeah. This doofus. Sir, Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir. This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he's often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already, and I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer of the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor. How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping. But however, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, but I know you well, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir, a lone Blue Badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts. Take that! Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. Then that would mean that there are two blue badgers walking around, but why? A set of tire tracks originating from the garage. Aha, so that means a car left from the garage at some time, right? Correct. But for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. These treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rainfall outside while I was being held in here. Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground has already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful. He left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we follow them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'll be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it will be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. We don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. Okay, what do you think about the kidnapping? Well, I don't know anything about the victim. Well, actually, I was hoping you could tell me. Oh, that's right, I never did explain the situation to you. I got involved because of a phone call I received. It was from none other than the director of the Armano group, Mr. Ernest Armano. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped, and he wanted me to be the drop-off man. Little did I suspect that I would be abducted myself. And that's when I found you tied to a pole screaming. Can you please drop that already? I'll give it a try. A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Look, the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? Person wore a costume to get away. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are a blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger. Yes, those three. There are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Just in case. Now that we know the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. So you mean now that we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Ezra, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. Yeah, custom. Hey, I think I found them. These are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. It just stops. Can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh. Quick, Mr. Ezra. I've got him. I got one of the culprits. I'm not a kidnapper, sir. Okay, clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha, maybe they came over to this garage for something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage. Sir, Roger Wilco, sir. Let's open the shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Armano, are you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? Better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. Like, you know, dead bodies tend to smell, especially freshly dead ones. How can nobody notice like a weird smell probably coming from this garage? And with all those agents around securing the perimeter, why didn't they canvass everything, including that garage? That is weird. The kidnapper's footprints lead right into this garage. and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? In my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. You sure are calm for someone who just found a dead body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking. As long as the Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. So, there are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. That means he was shot twice. No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound and the one near his shoulder is an exit wound. Nice. I knew you could figure it out. It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feeling about it. It's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice. It is worth something after all. Oh, and look. There's something written on the back. Colin Devore. It's a name. Colin Devore. But this man's name is... Making sure. What a peculiar car. Yeah, from the look of it, it must be the blue Badger mobile. It has 3 tires. So maybe it left those tire tracks behind. That's simply not possible. Huh? Why? Take a look at the tires. There's no mud tracks to them. Therefore, it must have been here since before it rained. Oh, gotcha. Good eye. It's a shame I don't see any other clues around.
Eureka!
There's something not right about the name of the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name of the pendant is Colin Devereux. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Excuse me, but you are... How is it people can walk into this place just willy-nilly, but we can't leave? Can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Palps. His girlfriend? Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present for Lance. It looked like a ring pop. Remember ring pops? Don't even see them in stores anymore. Aha. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. May I inquire as to why you are here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all of this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance, I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to fair maiden in love routine. Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. My man brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. Heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What, sir? I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I'll leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you lack your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical stuff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest a suspicious person after a suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people. Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Yeah. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of the law enforcement? How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our seafood? Hold it. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Z says, every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done here. Through my line of logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out. With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's the philosophy of detainment? Huh, you don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as far as the detainment philosophy, his father is my honorable ancestor Lang Z. You think I have heard of him and his teachings if he was that famous? Lang Z developed as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhang Fei police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to the test? Hold it! So what can you tell me about the body? A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensic along with the detention philosophy. Oh, then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct? Hold it! Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion. Hey, don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Lang Z says, search where the water is deepest. And this Lang Z guy is supposed to be like Sun Tzu for this world. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? Hold it! It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Study? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? Is that China? The Federal Firearms Restrictions Act. That's it. The Federal Firearms Restrictions Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. The woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information. Hold it! If that's the case, there are plenty of officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapons have been fired. How dare you check every single person's weapon in such a short... How did you check every single person's weapon in such sort of span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekin's weapons, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun. Oh. What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun? What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir, I lost my gun, sir. How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekin's waited here to kill the victim? Do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a little bit more scrutiny.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Yeah! But you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene. If it was, your man would lead you to think it was. And I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey you, your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. But sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligation so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir. Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you too. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the blue Badgermobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to children, sir. But before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. Was it the blue Badger? What is this blue Badgermobile? It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the blue Badgermobile is just some roaming souvenir shop? Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir, roger, sir. Hold it! Alright then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. You must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay then, why were you in the Wild Wild West area? It's because I was very deep reason. It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. Hold it! Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first I made sure there were no suspicious looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you're dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so... Hold it! What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir, the Blue Badgermobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am, like innocent drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Telling those as I push the Blue Badgermobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. But I got completely caught up on. Hold it! You completely forgot to look for kidnappers? No, sir. Of course not, sir. I will never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir. Hold it! Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Hold it! How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the kids' painful drop kicks, and before I do it, the good old drop kick. I dish out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir, that's right, sir. That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. Sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there is one flaw in Officer Meekins' story. I have a feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans.
Attention!
Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir, I'm lying, sir? Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the blue Badgemobile until recently, then what is it doing? What is it doing inside inside the garage? Actually, I just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized it, the blue Badgemobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen. And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. That's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Not so fast!
Unlikely story. What do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen is completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume that the car was used alright to move the dead body. You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins, and then you used a blue Badgemobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me! Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. Can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth smooth. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You Boris buffoon. I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Now, be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. Okay. Didn't mean to save right here. All right. Well, that's the part one of this. Don't know if well, I guess I can get back to finishing up the comic that I'm trying to get through. It's taking longer than I expected. So that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll feel a lot better to do some videos for Saturday afternoon. But I'll see you guys later. Take care. Have a pleasant weekend.